Hi there, everyone. I'm here at the University of Western Cape. My name is Tony from the English Academy team at UCT. So we're here at the 2 weeks training in bioinformatics. So tell us about yourself, where you're from.
Okay, thank you, Tony. My name is Ndahafa Frans. I'm from Namibia. I've been doing bioinformatics since 2021.
Okay, so essentially since the SARS
Oh, yes.
and then
Yes.
were you sort of in the field of like biology or computational science, or was this bioinformatics something that you wanted to move into?
Okay, from my background, I did biochemistry
Mm-hmm.
and I specialized in molecular biology. So what I've been doing, it's all mostly lab work without any computers involved as
Okay.
such to that extent of bioinformatics. I just came to learn this during the COVID pandemic.
Okay, so in Namibia, is there a lot of support for mathematicians? If you get stuck in coding, is there someone that you can go for help with?
Not really.
Okay.
So currently, if I get stuck, I usually just connect to other trainers from other countries, and they've been helpful because, as such, like in my institution, we are two or three, but then the rest of the people are like super beginners.
Okay.
They are not really able to help, so they usually get assistance from the colleagues
Okay.
elsewhere. Yes.
So this bioinformatics course, do you find it helpful for you in terms of looking at containers, looking at Linux and coding? Or
It is very helpful. It helps a lot. It helps a lot. Like every time I come here, I learn something new. You might not necessarily learn it from the trainers, but you also learn something from the other trainers.
yes.
So basically, what I usually do, I shop around the other trainees. Like I want to learn just how to copy this file from here to here. What should I do? The small, the basics, what is involved.
Mm-hmm.
I find it like it's a quicker way of learning because at times, as we sit, we are not at the same level.
Yes.
So you might ask, but then they say there's no stupid question.
Mm.
But obviously, it always sounds stupid for someone that is advanced than you. So I prefer asking the next person, and if they don't know, then I will ask the trainer. The challenge now comes when I get back home. There's no Linux computer. You are there next floor, you go there, you run it on your laptop, the laptop crashes.
Mm.
So we are somehow just forced to do the web analysis because of the facilities that we don't have yet established. But I understand once our institutions also come to understand the importance of bioinformatics and whatever resources is involved that is required, I think we'll be able to create even a base network because for now, I might want to work on other pathogens. You don't have a sequencer, you don't have a powerful computer. You find out like when you even ask like we want primaries to sequence TB, they're asking you it's not necessary, or they're telling you it's not necessary.
Mm.
So I think it's a matter of people getting also to know what is epidemiology and genomics is all about.
Mm.
That lacks in mostly in our country, and as much as you try to explain to people, there are always questions. I just hope that one day we will find ourselves in another level.
Yes, I mean, it took a whole pandemic for us to really wake up and realize how fragile the health system is, the lack of knowledge. So, government institutions, healthcare workers really need to learn the importance of surveillance and understand, these resources needed with computational, but also people such as yourself with the knowledge and skill set to learn it. So, I mean, you have been at this course and you've seen this very biased sort of race between male versus female. So as a female, working in this field, you don't see a lot of other females in the field. Is there some advice that you can give to, young scientists, especially women that's coming into the field, to really encourage them to, step into science and show them, you know, this is what you do. How do people sort of relate to that?
Yeah, no, I think that's a very powerful question because almost everywhere where you go, you find more females. And when it comes to things related to mathematics or computers, you find more males.
Mm.
So my encouragement is I would encourage the young girls to take up this field because I feel like as a female, we are we have ways of transforming information to others, not like males. They are usually quick, but at least as we establish that path that you explain to someone and the person is able to get it right away.
The translation of
The
knowledge.
translation of yes. I think it's quicker in females, and it's not that difficult. It requires time and concentration, and the challenge comes especially in our work facilities, whereby you find yourself in the wet lab, you find yourself behind the computer also doing bioinformatics. You are the one doing sequencing, so it becomes a lot, and you tend to concentrate where you spend more time.
Because you have so much overwhelming work, you can't know everything of it.
You can't. So if we also just establish ourselves in such a way that you have someone for wet lab, you have someone to do sequencing, you have someone to do the data analysis, I think that will be great.
Almost like a division of labor.
Yes.
Compartmentalize every sort of supply chain. And everyone's sort of an expert in their field. And collaborate together. Right.
That is missing now because I find myself from extraction to bioinformatics.
Do
everything. And it takes like 2 weeks. But then, other than that, you also attend to other activities. Because when they see you behind the computer, obviously it's not my thing. They'll be like, what are you doing? You're not working today. I'm like, I'm also working. But they think that when you're behind the computer, you're also working. It's not there. It's not there.
That mentality needs to change.
Mentality needs to.
You have a different perspective on it.
Yes.
Okay. So as we sort of come to the end of this, what are your sort of advice, or you've been working in the field for a number of years, you've seen the industry sort of change. It's much like AI, right? There's going to be a big hype, big demand for it. What are your some advice for people wanting to come to learn this? Challenges or mistakes that you made in the past, and you want to sort of inform them so they don't make the same mistake and have a bit of light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, but I think for Namibia, if I could really have that chance of maybe speaking to institutions so that in their undergraduate curriculum they incorporate things of computer science or data science, coding and
from a young age.
Yes.
Okay.
And it should be like when I was asking the colleagues, their institutions, like when you are doing a postgrad or masters, like data analysis softwares it's a must. You have to learn because at the end of the day you need to analyze your own data, of which is not the case in our country. So I hope if we establish something of that nature, when you want to divert to biostatistics one day, it might be easier than now when you are starting everything afresh. You are learning computer, you are learning coding, you are learning how to create scripts and so forth. I think it's too much. It gets too much if you don't have the basics. Yeah.
You need to have a good practice.
Yes.
Good standards.
Other than Microsoft, we need to learn programming, and that will make life easier.
Okay, no, great. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Tony.